has some ducks. E-I-E-I-O. With a quack, quack here, a quack, quack there. Here a Smurf, there a Smurf, everywhere a quack Smurf. Moo, moo here, a moo, moo there. Here a Smurf, there a Smurf, everywhere a moo Smurf. Old Papa Smurf, he has a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Old Papa Smurf, he has a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he has some hens. E-I-E-I-O. With a cluck, cluck here, a cluck, cluck there. Here a Smurf, there a Smurf, everywhere a cluck Smurf. Quack, quack here, quack, quack there. Here a Smurf, there a Smurf, everywhere a quack Smurf. Moo, moo here, moo, moo there. Here a Smurf, there a Smurf, everywhere a moo Smurf. Old Papa Smurf has a farm.
And that is enough of that. We're committing heresy right now.
.3 KRNU Lincoln presents.
When light no longer rose to kiss me, I swore to tear heaven asunder, as flights of fallen angels wished me Godspeed on the devil's thunder.
Heresy.
You're listening to your source for indie, alternative, and local music. 90.3 KRNU Lincoln.
For UNL students looking to get in shape or just have a good time, there's no better place than the Campus Rack. With locations on both City and East Campus, come on down and see the exciting features such as a full weight room, a full-sized pool, and intramural sports from basketball to broomball. So join the fun and help the Rack reach its goal of enhancing the educational experience, promoting lifelong wellness through excellent opportunities. For more information, go online to crec.unl.edu or call at 402-427-2479.
We made a mess of everything, for thinking simpler time.
KRNU 90.3 FM on your radio dial, regular radio, and streaming online at krnu.unl.edu. This is Heresy, the heavy metal specialty show. You just heard If Hope Dies, Marked for Death, and we kicked it off with Job for a Cowboy, reduced to mere filth. I'll tell you something right now. I'll tell you what. Yeah. You know what? We're just going to shut up and get into the local metal. But first, I lied. We're not going to shut up and get right into it because we're just going to check the weather first. Time to get the sinus butter out of my throat. We're looking at low overnight of 34 degrees. It says becoming cloudy. Tomorrow, a high of 54, cooler with a little rain, and then Friday, a high of 37. It says colder with snow, and to think, less than a week ago, we were looking at spring weather. Hell, we were looking at spring weather just yesterday and today. Because currently 73, although I question that. Wonder how delayed that is. That's your weather check. We're going to get into the local metal right after these messages, and who better to kick it off than Vanlade? Well, you know, I meant to say regional metal, but, you know, when I say local metal, I mean regional. So, yeah, it's a Kansas band. Their cover of Carry On, My Wayward Son, right after these messages.
Fully understand what we've asked of our military service members or their families, asking them to put themselves in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep them secure for the rest of their lives. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Mushmouth by Y-Incision, Lincoln's very own Y-Incision. Before that, Kansas band Vanlade. They're them covering Kansas. Carry on, my Wayward son. Yeah, so with this next song, we're just going to be taking a little trip back in time. Back when Lincoln had this band called Access to the Sky. And we're just going to go ahead and play one of the songs off the album, Always Say Die. The song is called The Condor.
Ring-a-ding-ding, baby.
It's been a while since I played those guys. I think that was kind of unfair that I kept forgetting to pop them on, but here they are. That was Fields of Murder, Kingdom of Solitude. Last time I talked to those guys, they had said something about how they were doing a little mini tour, and they had a nice little jaunt down to Texas, so good for those guys making the connections like that and getting out on the road to spread their music. Before that, we took our little jaunt maybe 10 years back in time for Access to the Sky, the Condor. Some members in that band wound up in, or I know one member who wound up in that band wound up in Texas. I heard he was involved in that biker brawl that, came out like 2 years ago between like some, that one. And another one is in a band called Vickers, who we will get to later on tonight. We'll also hit some Obesity and, what the hell, why not? If you want to call in, request a local band, or a metal band that I possibly have in the old KRNU collection, I'll go ahead and dive in and see if I can get them. Studio line is 402-5768. I'd be happy to hear from you. If you just want to say hi, if you want to ask about some of the bands I play, how to get a hold of their music, like we had a guy named John last week who was asking about Vickers, I'd be happy to talk to you. Keeps me from dozing off and contemplating the mechanism called grass stains. We'll also get to upcoming show forecast. In the meantime, here is the Hoodlums, Hydroponics.
This is Ted, Rich, and Mike from DeadEchoes. You're listening to Heresy on 90.3 KRNU.
don't need no instructions to know how to rock.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to, are you? Kids, work, listening to the radio. You're busy, which is great because busy people can't get prediabetes. Oh my, I read that wrong. They can. Should have worn my glasses. So visit doihaveprediabetes.org and take a short test, because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
All right, then. How about that? I just had to gather my bearings. You heard before that public service announcement. You heard DeadEchoes, Declared Enemy, and then them kiddos and the Hoodlums. They're just little kids. I could just pick them up and put them in my pocket. That was off their 2016 summer demo, which is just, that's the way it's titled. The summer 2016 demo. The song was called Hydroponics. Go ahead and visit your friendly Hoodlums Facebook page and DeadEchoes Facebook pages and possibly Bandcamps. If you liked what you heard. Or, you can just give me a call up. I'm sitting here lonely in the KRNU studio. Studio line is 402-472-5768. I'd be happy to talk to you about any metal. If you have any requests to make, whether it's local or national bands, I'll try my best on the national bands. Can't make any promises. We have a collection here at KRNU of national and international metal bands that is deeper than the Marianas Trench. So even if we do have the stuff, it's a matter of me locating it. Or if you just want to come up and say, call up and say that my show sucks. Cool. Omaha band, FallenReign. The song is called Falling Apart.
Rock and roll!
Hello, Cleveland! Hello, Cleveland!
Heresy.
Look at them tick old bitties.
Jingle bitties, drag the fence, jingle. Jingle bitties, two back to back. Jingle bitties, two back to back. Jingle bitties, two back to back. Jingle bitties, I like it with a
Obesity, 2 Bags of Fat. That's the latest release off their album, which I have no idea what it's titled. It's an album without a name. And before that, Primal Waters, Beast Slayer, that is off their first record, Dichotomy. And then FallenReign was before that, Falling Apart. So, yeah. Once again, check all these bands out. This is all music that's made right here in Nebraska. At least those 3 were. I know we threw in a Kansas band in there earlier, but, you know, it was northern Kansas. And so they're part of our neck of the woods, I say. Okay, so we're going to just take a quick look at the upcoming shows. This is kind of sad. The most recent one I have is Crowbar, Havoc, Supermoon, Tendead, and Orpheus at the Watch Out Lounge. But look out, that's not what it's really called. So you get my drift. Just to make sure, this is that lounge that is that's in Omaha on 320 South 72nd Street. Tickets are available. Yeah, you can get them online. Yeah, that's cool. $17 in advance, $20 day of show. It's all ages, 8 p.m. Remember, Watch Out Lounge. So this one dude who's named after the color, think of the 50 Shades book. Well, he has his keg saloon right here in Lincoln at 104 North 20th Street. And on Thursday, March 23rd, they are hosting Nebraska Invasion 1. Nocturnicon out of Wyoming is the billed as a headliner with Omaha's very own Obesity, who you just heard, and Lincoln's very own Tell Hell. So that'll give you a chance to check that out. Once again, that's March 23rd. It's a 9 p.m. show. I'm assuming that's a $5 show. It'd be safe. These guys, on April 5th, these guys out of Germany called Creator. You may have heard of them. Thrash metal gods. They're going to be at that room hosted by, that room that doctor usually has you wait in. Yeah, that lounge on 6212 Maple Street in Omaha. They're going to be joined by 2 of Lincoln's very foremost purveyors of death metal, Ezra and Garroted. It's an all-ages show, $25 in advance, 28 day of show, so get on that. Don't be a fool. And April 10th, the Browning at the Watch Out Lounge. Once again, 320 South 72nd Street in Omaha. That's they are playing with The Last 10 Seconds of Life, Blessing a Curse, Sherry Drive, Fields of Murder, who you heard earlier this hour, and My Last Request. That's 6 p.m. doors, all ages show. If you are under 18, you need a notary pass. $13 in advance. And then Stormfest on that special holiday on April 20th. Stormfest 2017. That's also at the Watch Out Lounge. God, we got a lot of bands on there. Do I even have time to read all of them? So, that's what I have on my radar. I think Tendead is part of that show. Yeah. I'm trying to read through their description here because I wasn't prepared enough to write the stuff down. By the way, if you're a member of Vickers, you have a couple guys trying to get a hold of you. Both of them are named John. And one of them is part of this, has this webcast on YouTube called The Metal Inquisition. If you missed it Monday night, hey, you can always go and look it up on YouTube. It's under the Cruise Collection. Same with Ezra. He needs to call Ezra. So, but if you're in a local metal band and you want some extra exposure besides just Heresy, Metal Inquisition is your answer, because John does a hell of a job, much better job of networking than I do, and he knows guys from around the world, many of them whom are in well-established metal bands, such as Abaddon from Venom. He has Cam from Death. He has Gord from Piledriver. All these guys, yeah, he communicates with on Facebook, and he keeps them tagged and updated on his weekly webcast of the Metal Inquisition. So, in fact, I'll probably just play a little piece of this past Monday's episode when we get to the top of the 7 o'clock hour. In the meantime, who should we go with? Well, I'll just say who I mentioned earlier. We'll go with Vickers right after these messages.
This is a story about a girl who is sold to a man at age 12. She will give birth many times in her teens and risk contracting HIV unless she is educated. Over the past 20 years, the Campaign for Female Education, or CAMFED, has educated more than 1 million girls. Many return to their villages, nourish their communities, and help break the cycle of poverty. CAMFED can change the world. Join the Campaign for Female Education at camfed.org.
Here you will find the heretics and followers of every cult and pagan sect, all buried together, burning in eternal fire.
Your source for local metal.
Heresy!
On 90.3 KRNU, Lincoln.
The University of Nebraska-Lincoln's official radio station, 90.3 KRNU Lincoln.
Hey, can you hand me my phone? It's in the cup holder.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Thanks. Did you see this picture of...
Look out!
Distracted driving continues to be a growing cause of car crashes. In fact, according to transportation.nebraska.gov, in 2014, distracted driving caused over 4,000 car crashes and claimed the lives of over 10 people and injured many more. Remember to always buckle up and pay attention to the road. This message brought to you by the Nebraska State Patrol.
All right, you heard Tendead, Gold. Tendead is part of that Stormfest 2017 set, of course. The Clincher before that, Le Passhole. That is off their most recent EP release called Prelude. And then we had Vickers, Children of the Beast, kicking off that three-way. That's how we wrapped off the 6 o'clock hour. We're going to kick off the 7 o'clock hour. Oh yeah, if you have not caught on to the Metal Inquisition yet, hosted by my buddy John Cruz, who was in here as a guest just a little over a month ago, you need to get on it, sport, because this guy is just a great resource for metal. And he's starting to tag on he's starting to pick up the local metal ever since he visited Heresy, and he's getting into them, and he's including a little segment in almost every episode where he gives a shout out and plays a track from one of Lincoln's very own bands. And he's got, so far for Monday's show, he has 62 views. Just 62 views, man. Well, that's more than, that's more people who would be hearing you if you were a local metal band on that show than if you're not on that show, if you're not included in his webcast. I can tell you that there's probably less people who listen to my show every week than what he has that total for. And so far, episode 1 has over 150 views. And these are people from all over the world. Like I said earlier, he networks well.
What's up, metalheads?
Whoa, you recognize that soft-spoken dude, right? Yeah, that's John. Let's hear what he has to say.
Are you guys ready for episode 5 of the Metal Inquisition? I hope so, because I've got some good songs tonight to play you. I've got some songs from some bands from different parts of the world that hit me up on Facebook and said, hey, check out my stuff. And so we're going to check it out tonight and see what you guys think. I've got some old goodies and I've got some new goodies. So I don't know if there's much more to say, but let's just get started with the music. And so here we go. Enjoy. The first song I want to play you guys tonight is a song that actually got some rotation on MTV back in the late 80s. The band's called Gothic Slam, and the album that the song is off of is Just a Face in the Crowd from 1989. They actually were on a major label. They were on Epic Records. They had the video for Who Died and Made You God, which is a song I'm going to play. And it got played, fair rotation on Headbangers Ball. Other than it being a really catchy tune, I always really liked the message in the song. Just kind of shared their feelings about how people treated them because they were metalheads or they had long hair, and just the way that people are judgmental. It's funny, things haven't really changed much, and you can put this into perspectives of no matter what, whether it's the style of music you listen to or who you are or whatever, people are always going to judge you without really knowing you. There are people in this world that are always going to do that. It's unfortunate. It sucks, but all you can do is really just deal with it. I got the cassette as well. It's kind of cool. But if you've never heard this song before, check it out. I think it's a kick-ass song. And then this version is actually at the beginning of it. There's a little intro. It's called Why Not? And it's actually kind of an instrumental that goes into Who Died Made You God that they didn't put on the video. I actually put the two together because I think it sounds really cool together. So here is Why Not / Who Died Made You God off the 1989 album Just a Face in the Crowd by Gothic Slam. Check it out.
Gothic Slam, Who Died and Made You God. That was included in John Cruise's The Metal Inquisition, Monday night's episode. Like I said, the guy is just a great resource, a great encyclopedia of metal. And if you want to learn about more bands, just listening to the same old metal, just kind of getting on your nerves, you just need something to break out, break you out from that funk. Look no further than the Metal Inquisition, dude. John Cruise, once again, if you're in a local metal band, hit up John. Hook him up with some of your stuff, and he'll feature you on one of his webisodes. So that was Gothic Slam, Who Died and Made You God, kicking off the 7 o'clock hour. These guys, you could catch them in Omaha on Monday, April 10th at the Watch Out Lounge. You know which lounge I'm talking about. Of course, I'm talking about the Browning, and this is Suit and Tie.
My life
The Browning Suit and Tie. Catch those guys on April 10th up in Omaha at the Watch Out Lounge. Look out! That's not what it's really called. Yeah. And before that, before that was Gothic Slam, Who Died and Made You God. That was just the first entry in the Metal of Monday night's episode of the Metal Inquisition by my buddy John Cruz. To hear the rest of the episode, you could just go to his YouTube page, The Cruz Collection, Kruse, and I've also attached it conveniently to the Heresy Facebook timeline if you want to go ahead and look it up there. Yeah, you can access it there. The Metal Inquisition. This is what it's about, dude. Omaha band, Soselo. We're going to get back into the local metal with them. Oh, I just forgot something, man. I just forgot. No, screw that. I already played that earlier. I wanted to cover the weather again, because this is what it's like being an aspiring wannabe journalist, broadcaster, covering this. Overnight, expect a low of 37 degrees. This is becoming cloudy overnight. Tomorrow, a high of 54, cooler with a little rain, and then Friday, a high of 37 degrees. It says snow. I don't know about this, dude. 1 to 2 inches? Expect that? I don't know, man. That doesn't sound healthy. I mean, they predicted ice last time. I mean, they expected, like, so much ice. So much ice. It was just gonna be... You're gonna evolve into, like, a polar bear. And the white hair is just gonna come out of your pores, and, you know, you're gonna have, like, a saggy butt, and next thing you know, you got the stubby little tail, and you're just gonna start munching on the caribou, and... This place was supposed to be a tundra. Anyway, windy, cooler. That's Friday. Currently, 57 degrees. Yeah, that's more like it. When I said 74 earlier, I was just like, what? Go figure. Like I said, here's Omaha band Soselo. The song is called... And wish me luck with this one. I know I said it last week, but... And the week before that, but who knows if I said it the right way. Anaksunamon. Anaksunamon.
I like this new generation of music. Mother of God, it's all toilet sounds.
Heresy on KRNU.
Autopsick. Whoa, why am I only hearing something out of my left headphone? Okay, this sucks. I'll fix it eventually. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, Omaha band, Autopsick. Await Your Demise, and before that was Soselo, Anaksunamon. I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I did not fix it, because you're going right. This is going to drive me nuts. There's a artist dwelling in Sioux City, Iowa. He's called Jay Messer. And you're about to hear his stuff right now.
It's part of my trade.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
You know how you got that dent in your top lip? Way back, before you were born. I told you a secret. Then I put my finger there. And I said, shh.
Heresy.
It's a Hell Rider by Broken Skulls. Before that, Thanatos by Rift. And then Jay Messer for a track that I really should know the name to. But I got 7 songs from Jay Messer, none of them titled. All I know is he's a dude out of... I just said it earlier, come on. He's a guy out of Sioux City, Iowa. There we go. And he is too good to not be heard. He's like most artists. Most artists are too good to not be heard, but hey, that's what this show is about. People should hear this stuff. Right along with Broken Skulls and Rift and every other friggin' artist I play on here. So, I understand songs were kind of slow. I just got a call from someone saying pick up the pace. Well, I'm going to give it back. Because that's the title of the next song. Guess who it's by? Here's how you pick up the pace. It's the Mother Effin' Saints. You know what? No. Skip that. No. That song's just not fast enough. No. I feel like I have to really make up for something here. No. This is an anthem that goes die, mother.
It's a sledgehammer. It's a sledgehammer. It's a sledgehammer. It's a sledgehammer. It's a sledgehammer.
Accused of heresy and witchcraft. How do you plead?
Not guilty! Not guilty!
Guilty! Guilty!
Heresy. Only on 90.3 KRNU Lincoln.
shall suffer big time.
Heresy. That was formerly an Omaha band called Hollowed, Majestic Demise. And before that, those raunchy psycho noisemakers called Skummer, Lawnmower. You know, I was told months ago that that band was not pink slipped, but when I talked to Tonkus this past week at Scott's birthday bash at this past Friday, he says it really doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So I don't know. Not happy about that. Skummer, I think, was one of those bands that we might not see another band like them that here in Lincoln. Just like Access to the Sky, I don't think we have another band like them when they went off the map. So, and the Mother Effin' Saints before that. At first, I was playing Give It Back, but then I just said, no. I really, someone called me up and pestered me about the pace not being quick enough. So I had to play Sledgehammer. So, someone's tapping at my chamber door, and by that I mean my phone is vibrating. I'm getting a lot of text messages here. Maybe I should just drop it in my pants. Let them keep coming. We have about, only 4 more minutes left. So I guess, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bid my farewell. Stop it, that one. Just remember, if you are in a local metal band, you know somebody who's in a local metal band, hit me up on the Heresy Facebook page, Heresy on KRNU. Let's stop stuttering here. If you have studio stuff, we'll get the ball rolling. I'd like to play you, because this is what it's about. People need to hear what we have coming right out of our backyards in Nebraska, parts of Iowa, and parts of Kansas. And same goes for the Metal Inquisition. Hit up John Cruz. He has his YouTube channel, The Cruz Collection. That's Kruse, The Cruz Collection. You can hit him up on YouTube. I don't know if I should give out his Facebook, but I mean, if you want, I'll clear that up with John. How about that? And yeah, he also likes to. He's starting to get into the local metal scene more, and he likes to include metal bands in segments of his Metal Inquisition webcast every week. Don't forget to check out this past Monday's episode of Metal Inquisition. It's only episode 5. It's already getting some views, too. Played a little tidbit for you at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. There's a whole lot more where that came from. Well, here's where I shut up and I tell you who is going to close out tonight's show. It is none other than a band that dropped their recent EP, Transient. We're talking about a different breed, and the song will be Sequoia Destroyer. Have a good night, everybody.